there, and welcome back. Uh, for those of you who have noticed that or followed along that I quit making videos, I just wanted to make a little reintroduction video back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Melinda. I'm a homeschool mom of 4 young children in Costa Rica, and I love to share the things that I've learned with other young moms like myself, because motherhood isn't easy, but it is also beautiful and delightful when we're not struggling with overwhelm. So on this channel I share about overwhelm and homeschooling, homemaking, all that kind of stuff. Now, back in September, I said I was going to quit making videos for a while, and it was good. I said I was having an upcoming surgery because a year ago I broke my arm, and then they put in a bunch of pins and plates, and then right at the end of September they took them all out again. And so some of you will remember that I was really scared of that surgery, but it turned out way better than I'd hoped. Recovery has been way easier than the first time, I guess, where the bones were recovering. And so all that I was afraid of, I didn't have to be afraid of, and I'm so grateful that that has all worked out well. Besides that, the last 2 months, October, November, were really busy because we were finishing up our school year. The school year here in Costa Rica is from about February or March till November. So we were busy finishing up. We finished, a bit over a week ago now at the time of this video. And it was a wonderful end of the school year. I've been so grateful. And I'll be sharing more about that. We cleaned up our schoolroom. We had our end of the school year program, which was a time where we had practiced as a family some songs and some verses and a little presentation, just to give our children a taste of public presentation and to share a message with others about the love of God. And so then we did that on the last day of November. We shared that program with a small group of people that we had invited. So that was enjoyable, and it just felt like a good close to the end of our school year. And as I reflected on the school year and been listening or reading about other moms, many of them doing wonderful, but many of them also struggling in their homeschool, I thought of how much I have learned, that as much as I've struggled with overwhelm and motherhood, I haven't really in homeschooling. I've really enjoyed homeschooling. So I want to jump back into making videos, sharing videos with you all about homeschooling, more about that in the coming months. Though I want to go back into topics of homemaking and motherhood and all that, our heart in motherhood. But first of all, I'll be focusing more on homeschooling and sharing about that. I did want to mention also that I do have, link below in the description box, I have my free teacher's planner that you're welcome to get and use, as well as my homeschool course that I have been putting out since I've been, in the last couple of months while I wasn't making videos, I was thinking a lot. And I thought, you know what, I wanted to share the things that I had learned in my experiences, because for those of you who don't know, when I was younger, my family lived here in Costa Rica, and I went through 3rd or 4th grade, maybe it was 4th grade, I can't exactly remember, in a private little church school, and I had a very good experience. I have no bad memories about private school. And then from there we moved to Canada, and then I was homeschooled through 12th grade, and I didn't have any bad experience homeschooling either. I feel like I've been very blessed. I had the best of both worlds. I'm not against homeschooling nor against private school, and I've never been to public school, so I can't say about it, though the things I've seen, I have my questions. Excuse that truck going by. I have my questions about the things that I have seen the students, some of the things they've learned or not learned. But I know there's also teachers there doing their very best, so I'm not here to downplay that. And if that's what the season of life you need to thrive the best you can, then by all means. However, I do want to share for the homeschooling mom, now that I am a homeschooling mom, and because, another thing that I was forgetting to mention, after I was finished with 12th grade, I started teaching school. I taught 1 year, and then my family moved back to Costa Rica. 1 year in a private school, small school. Another year I helped a homeschool family. Another year again back in that private school, and another year then back helping this homeschool family. And so I had 4 years of teaching experience before getting married and having my own children. And now I was looking back, and from the time I started my oldest on preschool, I've done 5 school years. So it's like 5 years of schoolwork that we weren't. The first few years were very light, like we weren't full-time schooling. It's just been like the last 2 years that we've been more full-time trying to do school. And so I feel like with my teaching experience and student experience in a private school, I learned a lot of things that could be helpful, very helpful to homeschool moms, especially in the area of organization. And with homeschooling, I've also learned and seen the downfall of school and the blessings of homeschooling, and yet seen the weaknesses of homeschooling. So all of that I want to be sharing with you all. The strengths and weaknesses of homeschooling, as well as the strengths and the weaknesses, things we can learn from the schools I went to. But overall, if you're a homeschooling mom, if you want to know how to have a thriving, happy homeschool, I invite you to stick around and check out my course below, my teacher's planner below, and if not, just subscribe and learn from what I'll be sharing here in my videos. And I hope to be seeing you in future videos. Meanwhile, I hope that you are having a wonderful homeschool year. Most of you are probably in the mid-year slump or taking a break for holidays. We are on our vacations for all of December, January, beginning of February. I want to start again. But all of this to say, keep going strong, doing the best you can for your children. May God bless you as you're doing the best, whether that is homeschooling, private school, public school, whatever you feel God is leading you. And if He is leading you to homeschooling, I hope what I share now can be of an encouragement. So I hope to be putting out 1 or 2 videos per week in the next few weeks. We'll see, because my family is my priority. But now that I'm not homeschooling, I have a bit more time. I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.